like, that's what happens, right? You go to jail, you're a pedophile.
Yeah.
They take your booty.
Yeah.
He's like, somebody's going to get some
He's going to
prick's
sell
booty.
for so many cigarettes.
No problem with it. And then over the last year, I don't know if it's because they kept changing names from HBO to HBO Max and
Now it's just Max.
HBO Plus and then Max and then whatever.
Now it's just Max. We know you're HBO.
They've been trying to do anti-password sharing, but also with all the company changes that they've been going back and forth with, they keep turning off all of the TVs that have it turned on. But then it's also to re-authenticate it. It's like, okay, I'm at my TV, I'm turning it on. He's getting the password's turning on this portion, but then we need the password, recovery number for the two emails, because the HBO doesn't want just the one email. They want their email, but then they want the email from our cable thing as well. And then you turn around.
I could see how that would piss you off.
You turn around and the next
More
day
than once.
it's disconnected again, and you're like, well, fuck me, I don't want to spend another 30 minutes to turn this thing back on.
Sometimes
I got
I even
other
gotta
shit to do.
Get them on the phone, get mine set up, then go next door, help Eddie get his set up. We're good for the night, and then the next day I go to turn around. That's why I stopped watching Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to finish watching it, but I could not bring myself to log in again.
It's like
I'm like, I've had enough logging in. I'm not logging in
30
again.
minutes and a phone call to get it to turn back on for it to disconnect the next morning. It's
I
just
keep
fucking
stealing
silly.
Disney Plus, and I will never not steal Disney Plus. They will get none of my money. Actually, I lie. I think like Hulu and Spotify are in one thing, so they do have my Hulu and Spotify money. They do get a little bit of that, but you're not getting any money from me, Disney.
Okay, all right.
Suck
Is
my
this
dick.
is this new setup helping? Is it easier to work this way? Than
I don't know.
the
I kind of
other
like it, man. I mean, none of you guys can fucking see
it,
but
but-
like he's got kind of a library set up there. I see a men's body sculpting book.
Yeah,
That's
never
nice.
using it.
That's nice. What do you mean? Come on, man. The guy,
That's
the guy
for
on the
sure.
front of the book is shredded.
Yeah, but it's like War and Peace. Like there's a copy of War and Peace over there.
There's a John F.
Never
Kennedy
reading
Citizen's
it.
Award up there. There's some good shit up there.
That's mine. I got that. You
got a
in
citizenship
this,
award?
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
In the service.
Oh.
I got a couple awards with them. I used to have them in my old office. My office has shrunk.
You never told me you were a fucking hero.
I'm a good person.
I've been sitting next to a hero
Occasionally.
this whole time. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Jesus.
It was I filed paperwork for a year. What was that? I'm gonna get you sucker. They're like, what are all these awards for? He's like, I'm a secretary in the army in Vietnam.
It's like
I was
the silver pen award.
I got a paper cut.
I won the
right here.
silver pen medallion. You fucker.
The fax machine broke down. I fixed it in
That's right.
30 minutes
During wartime.
During wartime.
That fax machine was working. Sending plans
Yo,
to
it's,
who needed to get
it's
it.
some fucked up shit. Oh man.
Listen,
So
well,
I
thank
got-
you. Thank you for your service.
well,
You're
thank
more
you.
than just a pretty face.
Some might say that. So I'm gonna give you guys an update on the senior citizen situation that I was helping out with.
yeah.
Yep.
The one
So-
who was having everything like
Stolen from him.
Yes,
So we finally got him into a really nice home, really good care.
good.
Friends can come. He's seeing some friends, his Alzheimer's. He's got a physical therapist, the whole nine. So now that the main person that was stealing is gone,
Okay,
other people started circling in. So now he's got this guy and his wife that show up to his new facility every day. And they're like 70 themselves.
okay.
The lady is, and no exaggeration, 90 pounds soaking wet, tiny Asian lady.
Skeleton.
The man that they would want to care for is a giant. He's a big man. Okay, so he's an old big man. If he hits the floor,
and he's got a 70-pound or a 90-pound wife, little Asian wife.
no, this is the guy.
Oh.
No, this is the guy that they want to take care of. They're like,
okay.
well, get him out of this facility, move him back into his house. We'll move it into his house, and then he could pay us $200 a day to take care of him.
Nice. Okay.
He fell over in the chair while they were there. The lady couldn't even move him to get onto the chair. She had to run out, get other people, able-bodied
So why is she getting paid?
individuals. She's not. But they're trying to convince him to get out of the place where he's being cared for. He's doing better than he has in a long time.
Yep.
Back home so that they can move into his house and take care of it.
They're trying to get paid.
They're trying to get paid.
Sounds like someone should have them killed.
This is crazy. So because he's allowed to be signed out, the other day they bring him back to his house and he's yelling and screaming. He's losing his mind. He's like, where's my car? How come my house isn't painted blue? Like he's physically getting angry and screaming and they don't know what to do.
They do that.
So they called. I got to get a call and I'm like, bring him back, but he wants to be home. He doesn't even understand where home is.
Yeah,
he's just yelling and screaming at everyone.
When they get to that point, yeah. My ex-girlfriend's grandpa was like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I saw her dad go through that with his dad, and it was he would create these fucking things. He would be like, oh yeah, my grandson, like their son Kevin, he's stealing my shit, like all my old war relics. It's like, no,
that's not happening. He's
creating a whole scenario.
He's literally like gonna have an aneurysm yelling that his house needs to be painted blue. They don't know what the fuck to do, so they walk away. They call his neighbors and say, hey, you guys take care of this. They signed him out of the facility in the first place.
If you're getting paid $200 a day, you take care of it.
That alone should
Cover
make it where they're no longer allowed to sign. Like you signed them out, and then you fucked off. You can't sign them out anymore.
So
that seems like a very simple, logical chunk of like rules to have.
Yeah.
So the problem is with keeping him with his current medical status is they want him to have some kind of freedoms to go places, like go for a walk, go see his friends at Dunkin' Donuts. As long as somebody responsible can take him and take him back.
Bring him back. Yeah.
But because of people like this, we're going to be forced to change that and only allow a certain amount of people to do it because it's just making things worse. And I started talking to the office, like if he falls, they can't pick him up. They could barely handle him when he gets angry and starts screaming. What if he punched one of them in the face and then they just left him there like because they're aggravated?
I mean, I'm not understanding. I would bet that 90-pound skeleton can't take a punch.
No.
You need a little bit more in your frame.
No. She couldn't even move him in the chair, bro.
Well, then she's not qualified.
Yeah, so
sorry.
When I talk to these people, though, they want to act as if they are. And I'm like, I get what you're trying to do. You want a free ride. You want a free house.
Yeah.
Free rent.
Sounds nice.
And make money.
Yeah.
And do nothing.
If
Sounds
you're
nice.
not blood related, you should have to pass some level of qualifying in terms of basic care for someone in that situation.
Like, do they have a medical degree?
They don't. And
then
so
what are they doing?
And so now even my boss is nice enough where he's like,
Imagine
listen,
if two people just walked into the hospital and said, hey, we're going to take care of patients today. Well, what are your qualifications? Wow, I'm 70 and 90 pounds.
I feel like I can.
Get the fuck out of here.
my boss was nice enough to say,
get the fuck out of here.
He's like, if you can find an able-bodied person that he's comfortable with because he doesn't want one of these aides, I'll pay to send them to do schooling while they're living and working with him. I'll pay to clean out his house and
how
give
much
him
is this guy
a
willing
working
to pay?
space. A lot. He's like, my boss is a good man.
He's a good guy.
And when he came to the point where he's he's like,
I'm a licensed nurse.
He legitimately said, if all it takes is throwing some money at it, then let's just throw some money at it. He's like, he worked for me for 20 plus years. He took care of my family. He can't take care of himself. He's like, is all it takes is money? He's like, let's figure it out. You know, he's really a good man. Whereas I'm fighting off on the back end people who are just coming in to cipher what little he has left and take and run away. And it's like, it's crazy. At the end of life, I didn't think about how many vultures circle.
Oh, yeah. Especially if you've done well or you have something like, they, people you'd never associated with or just barely knew you. If they think there's a fucking in, they come in, dude. We see it all the time in the hospital.
Really?
There's
like buzzards
people
come in
that are absolutely desperate and they don't care that like you're on your way out, but hell, that's gonna help us.
Yeah, it's actually like a thing. Like there's people that like have a systematic way of preying on people that are like.
It's fucking wild.
It is.
Now, is there anything that the hospital can do, or are there any protective measures that they could be like, hey, we know what's going on here. You can't come in.
The only thing is, if they have an existing power of attorney, that's why it's so important to get this done like ahead of time, like to get your will, to get your power of attorney, to get this in place, because then nobody can do this. Like only the people that are signed in to do this can do it.
Yep.
Right. So they do
it's
now.
Really important to get.
They
this
do have a
up.
power of attorney.
Yeah.
And they're trying to correct his will for him. Because what happened was, I think I told you guys, he had a will, but then the guy that moved in to start taking his shit changed his bank accounts, added himself to the bank accounts, and then added himself to the will, added his kids to the will. Like he did some pretty shady shit.
Yeah.
So now
that's all taken care of, right?
The power of attorney has been changed over. They went ahead and they started changing all of these things.
Okay, good. I was gonna say you should be able to take legal action against that fucking dude because that's what he did right there is technically theft.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
problem.
It's a form of theft. He's a thief.
Yeah. It really
Dishonorable,
is.
back alley,
Yeah. So it's
wearing
a,
hood and cloak, smelling suspicious. He's a
but
thief.
it's an interesting.
And not even a charming thief.
And not even a no,
not the
not
thief
even.
you would pick, like,
No.
like bad dental.
Yes.
Like
Yeah,
just,
no.
Yeah.
He's the back alley
Yeah.
thief.
Yeah, the
Yes.
worst. Like he does low level crimes
Yeah.
and he stinks and spends it all on alcohol.
He's not the good taco spot. He's the Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Without even the Doritos Tacos logo.
He's not the guy
Talking
you
about
yeah,
original
no,
shit.
Not the guy you would send to steal the gem from the dragon's lair. Not that thief. No,
not that
He's not
motherfucker.
on that level.
No,
He's
no,
a fucking cut purse, back alley, shit stain.
Yeah, but you would think
Can
like
you picture him? All right.
it makes me want to open up a business that just like chases these kinds of people down.
Or beats them up.
That too
Beats them up.
Like there's the guy on YouTube. Have you ever seen the guy
Just
that goes?
body shots. Just body shots.
He goes to the bad bosses. Like people hire him
Yes.
to come and do a survey or an audit at their job under the guys that he's doing an audit, just to like film them and talk shit to them and
Yep.
tell them what a piece of shit boss that they are. It's like Stacy said that you asked her out multiple times, and when she said no, you gave her no overtime that week. What do you have to say about that? He's like, all right, it's time to go. It's time to go. Like shit like that.
Yeah.
Like this guy does a public service.
I have seen some people recently to deal with squatters where, they'll go
Oh, I did
in
see those too, yeah.
and they will make the situation living hell for the squatters. They're like, well, I got at least two. Mine's from the owner. They want me in here. I rented out that room, and they will like use the bathroom, not flush, leave dirty dishes, eat their food. Like they'll set like
fucking great.
Yeah.
alarms
An
like
asshole.
every hour all night long, just waking them up, just being the biggest piece of shit. And so they leave, and then he's like, well, the owner's got their house back.
That's amazing.
That's right.
How much do you make for I mean,
Not enough.
You know what?
I mean,
It's
he's doing the
fun.
Lord's work.
It's got to be fun though too.
Yeah.
Like, I think I can move into a house and be an asshole to some squatters.
I mean, there's people that have those channels where they beat up pedophiles.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a great fucking channel.
That's a great job
Because there's, if you think about it, there is no recourse for the person.
right.
Like
Yeah.
they show up with a camera, like they have the messages,
Right.
Like you're trying to meet a child,
Right.
And they just start beating them up
Yep.
in a store, like it'll be a grocery store, and the one guy will be like, "Yeah, is this you? You sent this to this guy?" He's like, "You don't have nothing to meet him." The dude just like fucking punches him in the face, and it's like, you can't do anything. What are you gonna do?
You gonna call the
are you
cops?
gonna call the
Are you
police,
gonna call the
to
police?
get me arrested for assault? Because you're
Fucking
going
right.
to jail for fucking a much more severe thing. I'll take the assault charge. I'll take it.
Who's gonna have a bad time in the jail? The dude that assaulted the pedophile
Yeah.
or the pedophile?
Yeah, and they're like running. The guy's like trying to run. He's trying to run to his car, and they're like running up to him, like, "Hey, this guy fucks kids." They're like pushing
Fuck
him
him
into
up.
fruit. They're pushing him into
Fuck him
fruit stands and shit, and he can't do anything. He's like running
Oh
terrified.
my god.
It's a great channel. It is a great channel. I'm just like, it just warms my heart to see these people.
Can you send people after other people? Like, hey, like go after Prince Charles?
I mean, I don't know how it works internationally. I don't know how it works.
There was
But they have no recourse. There's no.
There was a Joe Rogan thing that I heard the funniest shit about it, and the guy's like, "You mean to tell me somebody's gonna get Prince booty?"
Yeah.
He's like, "That's what happens, right? You go to jail, you're a pedophile.
Yeah.
They take your booty.
Yeah.
He's like, somebody's gonna get some.
He's gonna
Prince
sell
booty.
for so many cigarettes. Like like
Bro.
oh my god. They're gonna be
my
like, you told me
God.
I get to fuck a prince.
Oh man,
Some guy just working out all day. Like, yes.
Yeah.
What sells he in?
fucking P Diddy.
What fucking sells he in?
That's crazy wild. That's
is.
crazy wild.
It is.
But you know what? More of that, right? More people should be allowed to take actions into their
It would
own
cut
hands
down
that are
on it.
justified.
It would cut down on it. Like if you made if you made the penalty for pedophilia death,
they
100%.
they
problem
started
solved.
They
100%.
they recently started doing that in China, and they already started holding the executions.
that is, you know what? I can't believe I'm about to say this, but
Go
way to
China.
go China, way to go. Nice.
Gold star.
What's his name?
Gold
Jinping?
star.
Jinping?
Jinping.
All right, keep it up.
It's-
Because it cuts down on it. I mean,
Yep.
if you know,
Yeah.
they have a lot less thievery in the Middle East because they still cut your fucking
Yeah.
hand
Yep.
off.
Yep.
Like you would not steal shit from a store if
Yeah.
they were gonna chop your
You got-
fucking hand off publicly.
Yeah.
when you have one hand left,
Yeah.
you really consider not stealing a thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
You think, man, my life's really hard now ever since I tried to steal that thing. What I'm not going to do is try to steal again because I ain't wiping my ass.
Nope.
Nothing. I'm going to be Nubsy McGee.
There was actually an episode of Star Trek when it was good. Nubsy McGee.
I know. Wait, when is this? Voyager?
Star
When is
Trek,
this?
when it was actually Voyager, and there was a planet where
Okay.
there was no crime, right?
Okay.
But the penalty for crime, just crime, is death.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there is no crime.
That's why there's no crime.
Yeah.
Right. So now they're visiting.
Jaywalking? Dead.
And they find out, oh my God,
Well,
you're going to kill someone?
It was something that small. Wesley kicked the ball.
Yes.
And it hit a window and broke the window. Penalty for breaking the window?
Death.
Yes.
Man.
And they're like, he didn't even live in this planet. They're like, you should have read the byline.
You should have read
the
the
fine print.
You should have read the book before you landed.
But I'm like, you know what? I was kind of mad that they were interfering. I'm like, their society is doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's happy. They're wearing like next to nothing, playing volleyball in the grass.
It's like you got
baby oil everywhere.
It's like who didn't
If it's legal.
who didn't read the laws to find out that every teeny tiny before you transported a whole pile of your people, who didn't read to realize that everything is penalized by death?
Yep.
That seems like a pretty big.
That's a big
oops.
miss. That's a big miss.
Now, speaking of Star Trek, since we're just, going to
Yeah.
touch on this, listen, is
No,
it time? I'm going to ask you guys because
Please, God, no.
I was watching The Critical Drinker. And he's one of the guys I follow.
Yeah.
He's got a big following.
great.
He's
great.
a nerd like us.
Yes.
But he's from Scotland and he follows everything Star Wars, Star Trek. He anything that comes out that's media, he ingests it and then reviews it. And I tend to agree with a lot of the stuff. Some things I don't agree
Okay.
with, but I tend to agree with a lot of the things. He said it might. And he's a diehard Trekkie.
Yeah.
He's been into Star Trek since he watched the old.
As
William
am I. I've
Shatner.
seen him all twice.
Well, then
Yeah.
this is important
Okay.
for you. This is important for you. Then, is it time to let Star Trek die? Because there has been word from the people that are they're doing Star Trek right now. They said because of all this backlash on
Yes.
Starfleet Academy,
Yes.
they said, well, you guys should just give it a chance and take it for what it is and enjoy it, because if you critically bomb this, they said they're going to pull the plug on Star Trek and it's going to get shelved for 15
Yes.
years.
Yep.
Yes.
And I'm like,
that's what it deserves.
Yep.
So then you guys are in agreement
here
that we
is-
should. It's time to let Star Trek die for a while.
Here
I
is
agree.
the major thing
I
that
agree.
happened with
Unfortunately.
It's sad.
this new series.
Sad, but
They were I forget it was
I'm not even a Trekkie, and that's sad.
Clownfish. They're a YouTube channel. They do review all this stuff. They're actually they work in the industry, and they pointed out that the head of this current Star Trek series deliberately went out to find people who don't know Star Trek
To
So-
write the show.
to write the show. So anyone who's a writer that had
Wow.
that liked Star Trek, that
good
knew
move.
Star Trek, or worked on Star Trek previously was automatically disqualified.
That's fantastic.
So
That's
you
such
have
a smart move.
Yeah.
a
Yes, right.
group of people who know fuck all
Sounds
about
like
Star
a
Trek
Netflix move. That's what it sounds
writing
like.
Star Trek. Now, I understand that you want a couple of your writers to have an outside perspective to pitch new ideas that you kick the tires on with people who know the world.
So bring in a couple writers.
Right.
But when your
Don't make a room full of fucking.
entire team
Man.
is people who don't know anything about it, then what you should be doing is a whole different fucking show.
So that's
Yeah.
what they got. They
Yeah.
got this pile of shit.
Yeah, so they
Yeah.
got a show that no one, I don't know anyone other than reviewers who are giving this any time of day under it being anything remotely worth watching.
It just
It's so bad.
I feel bad for you guys, for the Trek fans,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like you're telling the creators are telling you to enjoy a piece of shit show. They're
Yes.
telling you just enjoy this piece of shit that we gave you.
Yep.
Because it's part of the medium.
Yeah, they're
Like,
saying it's you.
It
You
makes
are
no
the
sense.
problem.
Yeah,
We're the
if
problem 'cause
you
it's-
don't
the
like
fans,
it,
you guys.
you're
It's-
the problem.
It's your fault for not
Yeah.
enjoying it.
It's take everything that Harry
I'm
Potter.
like, what the fuck?
Everything you love about Harry Potter, right?
Yep.
And it's standing upright, and then just dump it on its head.
Yeah.
I'd say, why aren't you enjoying this fresh pile of shit?
I love
Yes.
I love The Witcher. The Witcher,
Yep.
Geralt of Rivia is one of my favorite characters in any fantasy media ever. I aborted the show.
Yeah.
You had to.
Yep.
This is why you lost Henry Cavill, because you brought in writers that didn't give a fuck about the source material,
Yep.
the games or the books,
Yep.
and just created your own fucking
Yep.
thing. And Henry was like, "I'm gonna walk.
Yep.
Yep.
Like I can't be a part of this."
and
pile of
rightfully
shit."
so. And it's amazing to me because when you have a show like Fallout, right? An amazing success, sticking to the
The
script,
best video
giving
game to
you
show
what you
adaptation
want
ever.
as a fan, and then just being what it is, bringing in all these new people that don't know what it is and enjoying it for what it is.
Yeah.
Because the subject matter was already there and it was fantastic.
Yep.
Why fuck with something that's already beloved
Yeah.
and make it something it's
If you're
not?
going out of
Yeah.
your way to pick up the IP, then do right by the IP. And like you were saying with Harry Potter, because currently there's still supposedly
They're gonna do it.
the black actor that's going to play Snape, and everyone is pointing out.
I'll give it a shot.
Here's the problem.
I will watch,
We
even though
have the race of most of the other characters. So what you're going to have now, if you keep most of the characters the way they're supposed to be, is you're going to have the one black guy being constantly picked on by a group of white characters for no reason. And then as he's the adult, he's shitty to children who, for no unspoken reason, just don't like this one guy. We can't say why, but we just kind of have a feeling that we don't like that guy.
Right there. Yeah.
I feel like HBO is going to run with that. They're going to have a good time with that.
Yeah, no, they're gonna do
Fuck.
so well with that.
Jesus.
There's
Can't wait for this pile of shit.
man.
and there's so many other ways where that in itself plays off poorly with all of the other characters, because you're race swapping one of the main characters, where it makes the issue with the character look way more like it's because he's a black guy than him being kind of a shitty person.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm fine with, listen, if you're creating your own thing, it's weird to gender swap a character that's so iconic. Like, you can't go from someone like Alan Rickman, who's a pale, long, black-haired dude, like, and then try to change the role. Like, it's not that if you create a unique character, I don't give a shit what race they are.
Right.
My favorite character in the Lord of the Rings Amazon show was the Black Dwarf.
Yeah.
The girl. I fucking loved her. She was
she's
my
an
favorite
amazing
character.
She's an amazing
It
actress,
was a great
and
character.
she sold it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, that's how you do it.
Right.
And I don't give a shit what
there
color
was-
my fucking dwarves are.
Yeah. No, for
And
sure.
it's one-
For sure.
And
For
again,
sure.
Everybody
there's-
can be a part of it.
There's
Yeah.
plenty of roles where you can put this actor in, and it wouldn't give a
Make-
weird additional undertone
Make Ron Weasley black.
to the story.
Give a shit.
Yeah.
But-
with a name like Weasley.
But by switching this one character,
say that.
it adds
You can say that.
this weird propensity for like you can really end up messing this up bad.
Sure.
Because it doesn't play the same way with this one character being swapped this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough pill. When that HBO thing comes out, that's going to be a tough one to swallow.
Yeah,
That's-
and I don't understand why they keep making this same
He
mistake
easily could have
over
been,
and
like-
over again.
This is
It's
people
bad decision making.
people that are in creative positions. They try to push their agenda or their message, and it goes both ways. You know, some shows are too fucking yeehaw, blah blah blah, conservative. Some shows are too free, everyone love everybody, liberal. And the problem is, you get your politics in your fantasy media, and you can't do that. Just tell a good fucking story.
Yeah.
I hate to harp on about this, but the show Night of the Seven Kingdoms on HBO right now,
Right.
It's getting millions of views. The reviews are through the last episode 7, like it got a 10 on IGN.
Wow.
It's literally the best thing HBO's done since the first season of Last of Us. It is.
But
Amazing.
Part of it is also it can be done correctly. Star Trek had always had a lot of political, a lot of racial,
Correct.
a lot of
Oh, yeah.
very, very
Especially the first season.
progressive notions and things in it. But they did it in a way where they weren't beating you over the head.
with it, yeah.
Like it was a big part of it, but it wasn't like the only identity of it. And
Right.
it was just done so well
Yep.
that it wasn't
Star Trek-
what they've become with a lot of the shows now, where it's you're not and you're being talked to like you're a fucking imbecile.
Yeah, and Star Trek did it in a way that was so intelligent. The writing was very intelligent. The storylines were intelligent. And they took you for a story and told you something like a moral. There was a moral background to it.
Yeah.
Now it feels like it's in your face and it's stupid. It's watered down. It's
Yeah.
fucking unwatchable. I watched 3 episodes of Starfleet Academy. I had the intention of I'm going to see the whole thing and see what kind of dog shit this is. I turned on the next episode and I'm watching the Klingon, the warrior race, and he's explaining why he's such a bitch to everybody for 30 minutes. And I'm like, I'm done. I cannot watch any more of this shit. What they did was they took a
They even
gem-
landed in San Francisco.
They even landed. No, they did,
did.
and they sung
They did.
about it. And they sung about it.
Yeah.
San
There is
Francisco. San fucking Cisco.
a warrior race called the Jem'Hadar.
Okay.
They're genetic
They sound
clones,
badass.
Yes.
all men. Okay, they're all men, And then what they did was in this season they made a half Klingon, half Jem'Hadar woman. And then everybody's like, well, that's out of continuity.
Yeah,
Well, they are clones. They're
They are-
genetically born out of
they're
test
a
tubes.
genetically engineered race. There are no women in the race because they are just made to be warriors. They don't make it to 20 years old because they actually
So they're
age
just
out
they're
and die.
just pissing off the purists just to piss you guys
Everyone.
off.
They're like, you know what? Klingon warrior? He's a bitch.
Is she gay?
Yeah, she
Yes.
is.
I
Yes, she
fucking
is.
knew
She's
it.
married to
Yes, she
Tig
is.
Notaro.
Fucking knew it.
She's married to the comedian Tig Notaro
I
in the
fucking
show.
knew it. Let's make a character that can't be fucking, it can't be female, and make her gay.
Yeah.
Let's just fucking smear salt right in the wound.
Yeah, and then the other lady is just
Henry,
intolerable.
there was some issues with Warhammer, which
Yes.
is going to be coming out on Amazon Prime. The famous there's a hierarchy of space marines.
Yep.
And there's a certain type of these space marines that are like the elite of the elite. They are just large, genetically perfected men. Okay? They can be any color of man, but
Mm-hmm. Right.
they are men.
Right.
They are large, extremely powerful warriors.
Men.
Sorry, newsflash, there are physical differences between men and women.
Yes.
The women would not be able to get in the suits and fight on the battlefield
Yeah.
the way these individuals
Right.
do. Now, there was talk of making female members of this thing, and Henry Cavill was like, "Listen, like, if you guys do this, I'm out. Like,
Yep.
I'm out automatically. And they fixed it. Supposedly, it's not going to go through that because it's
Good.
like he's like, you can't butcher the lore.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
you can't.
You
Like,
can't.
like the only way Warhammer's going to work is if the fans, the true fans of the media, get behind it,
Yeah.
and then new people are drawn in.
And that's
how a
exactly
show
it.
takes
It's
off.
a-
That's
it's a-
exactly
it's-
it.
it's
If
a-
you alienate the fucking people that are fans of it,
Yeah.
no one's going to talk
Yep.
about it.
Yeah.
And then no one will catch on.
If you drive away the people that actually
Yep.
made it worth watching and playing, then yeah, you're gonna have nobody because people are gonna look to the fans first. They go, oh well, if the people that actually like the thing are like, don't watch it.
Yeah.
Why am I gonna watch it?
Yes,
Right?
millions of people have to watch the show, enjoy the show,
Mm-hmm.
and then talk about said show. And that's how shows grow.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
that's where they fucked up with Halo. I know we talked about it in the past.
Yeah.
But they're like, we want to engage a new fan base. I'm like, your fan base is huge.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know how many people
Just make the
played
goddamn
Halo over the years?
Yeah.
Record-setting game.
Right. And then you're going to say, fuck all of you guys.
Yeah,
we
fuck you
want
guys.
new fans. Like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your core audience was right there
Yeah, the show,
within your
if
grasp.
everyone that played Halo watches your show, it's
Yeah.
a fucking
You
success.
have
It's an overwhelming success
Tens
immediately.
of
Correct.
millions
Immediately.
of people already built in. Give them the show they wanted.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why I can't stress enough about this new Game of Thrones show. Yeah. They had a core audience and they just told a good story. And it's so refreshing just to see a guy, a normal guy,
Yep.
a simple man, just trying to be a good man in a world full of darkness.
In a
I was
world full of shitheads.
I'm like, I'm watching the show going, I'm fucking enjoying every
All right.
bit of this.
All right.
And the fighting is so gritty and real. I mean, the last episode, I almost had an anxiety attack.
right.
Because you see the fights through the visor of a helmet. And I'm like, this is fucking terrifying.
That's fucking
Like, if this
great.
is how the fights were, it's absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
A fight
Your
on
visibility is shit.
dude, a fight when there's guys on horseback and you're like on the ground, like in a visor with mud in it, and one of your eyes is crushed. It's like, oh my god,
Yeah.
like you get
You're Michael
nauseous.
Bisping in this bitch.
Bro. I was getting nauseous during the episode. I was like, oh my god, dude. Like,
All right,
oh.
you're gonna make me sign in to my
You have to.
HBO to watch
You ha-
this
you-
shit.
look, like, since Fallout is no longer on television right now, it's the best show on TV.
Okay.
The best show running right now is Game of Thrones, Night of the Seven Kingdoms. And if it's doing this well, they can continue to tell the story at least for a couple more seasons.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and I'm excited. It's actually, this season of Night of the Seven Kingdoms is better than House of Dragons ever was. And I'm saying that with my clone in the show
All right.
House of Dragons.
All right.
I
I really wanted to love House of Dragons.
me too, but it didn't have the magic.
It just didn't. And
To
then
quote my brother, it had too much birth.
it did. It
Every
did.
episode, somebody was being born. He's like,
And then,
God
like
damn.
the shit
Yeah.
that you would look forward to, like he's storming the beaches,
Right.
Yeah.
and fighting the Crab King.
Dude,
I
that-
want to see that. Don't glance over that shit. I want to
Yeah.
see the whole battle.
Yeah, that was your chance.
It was pretty gangster.
That was your
It
chance
was
to
gangster.
do a couple of episodes and do something big to kind of slow down this hurried pace of like
Yes.
people being born and dying. And you just skip it.
Yeah. Skip
Yeah.
the best part.
I'm actually really excited. Like it's nice to be excited for a show Sunday nights again.
That's cool.
And that's how I feel right now, and that's how you guys will feel when you fucking get into
All
the
right.
show.
Is it on tonight?
It's on tonight. Tonight's the finale. So
All right.
And you actually
So I'll
believe
just
it or
start
not,
with the finale.
you could catch up. You could catch up because the episodes are 30 minutes.
All right. Okay.
It's not like House of Dragons or
Yeah.
the original Game of Thrones. It's not an hour-long thing. It tells little 30-minute snippets.
Okay. All right.
And it's solid.
all right.
It's only
I'll fuck
7
with it.
episodes.
I'll fuck with it.
Yeah.
I challenge you to watch one episode of Starfleet Academy. I think you should just.
I have
think
seen,
you should just see.
I have seen bits and pieces.
You don't
because
even have to watch it in order. I would just start in episode 4, right?
Yeah, I can't.
Start at episode
I
4.
can't.
Watch 2 minutes of
I've
it.
watched way too much footage of
and
it in
challenge
reviews.
yourself not to become an alcoholic.
I watched. I've seen what I've seen, and I feel bad for you guys. I feel bad for guys like you
Yeah.
that have these huge libraries of the original and Enterprise and Voyager and Explorer and Discovery
Yep.
and all these mediums that you guys have been watching for years.
Years.
And then to literally watch your baby turn into a pile of shit, it has to suck.
When
Like at
I-
least The Witcher, I still have the games. The games are good.
Yeah.
They're never gonna go bad. And like the books, they're all good books. They're all
Yeah.
great stories. I still have that. It's a shame the show went from what it was in the first season to what it is now.
To what it
Yeah.
is, yeah.
And I'm like, man,
Because you can't even enjoy
No.
the thing that you
Like
started.
they couldn't finish the one series
Yeah.
that we finally got. They fucked it up by the end.
Watching the fight scenes with Henry Cavill in the first season, you want to cry because you see the potential for the show.
Yeah.
You're like, this show could have been beautiful. It could have been something amazing, and it
Too many
it died.
network heads getting involved, fucking it up.
They hired a fucking room full of people
Yep.
that didn't know shit about the games, didn't know shit about the lore. The author himself offered suggestions.
Yeah.
And they said, no, thank you. That's like telling George Lucas and you know and all these creators like, no, thank you.
And
no.
and the same thing happened with George Lucas, where he had a Bible for the next trilogy. He had an outline. He had all this and all that, and they took it, threw it the fuck out, and got completely different people to try to tell a story where they didn't have a beginning, a middle, or an end for either of the movies or the tale they would tell over all 3 movies, and then they're surprised
Yeah.
that, oh, we don't have a coherent story.
I mean, to be fair, the first one, The Force Awakens, it was only successful because they copied and pasted the first
Yeah.
movie.
It was successful
And
because
it was so many years later, no one was like,
it was
good to have
successful
Star Wars
because it
again.
was a new Star Wars movie.
Yes.
They were like, oh, finally something new to consume in this universe.
But
I
Last
like.
Jedi, it was like, okay, we need to like do something here, and they made Luke Skywalker drink blue milk on a fucking plane. they had all the momentum of a renewed Star Wars. You know,
I'm in the mood.
And they dropped the ball.
I'm in the mood for them to do some reboots. I'd be okay. Like, fuck this, forget this. Anything the Kathleen Kennedy
well, she's
era.
gone, thank God.
Let's just say it never happened.
Yep.
We could.
Let's just
You could DC Universe it. You
bring
could.
back. This was all a terrible dream.
I mean,
We've all been asleep
and
for
then
20 fucking
start
years.
it all over again.
can they take the footage they have, film some new sequences? We know they can make people look like whatever the fuck they need to make it look like when you're dealing with Disney, and just recut the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, here's a whole new cut. Just ignore the original release. Here is your new.
Here's your new
your
fucking
new
Star Wars.
third trilogy.
Yeah, I'd be okay with it.
I'd be willing. I would take a look at it at least. I mean, as long as we keep what's his name out of it, fucking Zack Snyder. Listen, anything.
Well, I want unless he does an extended cut.
listen.
Unless he does an extended.
Listen,
even then,
He
dude, no,
can tell-
he did the extended cut of Rebel Moon. It still sucked
Well,
ass.
he can
Oh
tell other people's stories.
Yeah, he's
But
like,
you gotta
yeah.
give him a story
Right.
to tell.
You're right. The Watchmen and 300. He did very. And didn't he do Sin City? I think
If
he
you
did Sin
give
City.
him, if
He
you
did a good
give
job.
him good material, he can give you out a good
But
product.
if he creates his own thing, it's not good. It's not. I mean,
not everybody's the creative storyteller, but they
Yeah.
can tell the story when it was already told.
He got lucky one time with an extended cut, with a Snyder cut. He turned the Justice League movie into something watchable. He did with his extended cut. But the Rebel Moon, no, that was his story, and he fucked it up.
Yeah,
And it's like,
he fucked it up.
he's like, remember that shit sandwich I made you? Now it's a foot long. It's like,
And
I'm still not
honestly,
eating it.
his
And the beginning was the worst part of it. It was so dragged out.
Why is there a slow motion scene at a graduation?
Everything.
Yeah, oh
at a
my God.
slow
graduation.
motion. The first 10 minutes could have been 30 seconds if you took out all the slow-mo that was in
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It was just, why is
Yeah.
everything?
Slow mo has a purpose.
Every-
Why was there a
Battle
slow motion
scenes.
tentacle scene? That was weird.
That was weird.
It was
The
45
whole
minutes of tentacles.
The whole tentacle thing was weird. It was just weird. As soon as I saw the space Nazi with the tentacle monster, I was like, Zach, no.
Yeah.
Zach,
Oh, yeah.
Zach, no.
And they were playing that "All I Want for Christmas" by Mariah Carey
Yeah.
for 45 minutes in
Yeah.
tentacles.
The tentacles had little penis hands. I was like, oh no, I see what you're doing here, Zach. No, this is too Japanese.
Too Japanese.
Fucking
It's
Japanese.
hentai.
Hentai.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
The
yeah,
hentai
yeah.
cut.
I know a thing. I know
Yeah,
a thing.
thing or two, yeah.
The hentai edition. Oh my god.
Brought to you by Netflix.
I'm out.
Oh,
I'm out too. Fuck that. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry that we have to put Star Trek to bed.
Yeah,
It's,
I think it's time. And it's a shame because Strange New Worlds, again, some of my favorite new Star Trek to come out in a while. I like the captain. I like the premise.
it
The
showed
show
a lot
is
of
very
a
good.
lot of promise for what they were doing there, and then you give the reins over to people that don't actually care about the IP.
If they would have focused more on building that as the next Star Trek, I
Yep.
think they would have been far more successful. But they would jot out 6 or 7 episodes and call it a season. And you're like, man, this is a really good show. They could dive more into these characters. And no, they just decided to go Starfleet Academy and shit
Yep.
the bed completely.
Love
you
it.
know? Yeah, no, fuck that shit.
Oh, it had a good run.
Yeah, it did. I mean, a really long time, and there's still
60
stuff to look
years.
back to
60
to
plus
watch.
years.
Yeah,
Longer than Star Wars.
yeah, yeah. It's time to put it to bed. I think so because the people that they have in charge don't know how to handle it with kid glove or with not kid gloves, but they don't know how to handle it properly.
Well, maybe maybe they'll pick it up in a couple years, and our grandkids will be able to enjoy Star Trek. Maybe.
Now I heard the U.S. won today in the hockey.
The U.S. men's and women's got gold in hockey.
Nice.
We are officially the best
We're
country in the
number one.
world.
All right.
We're
for
number
hockey.
one.
So take that,
Fucking
you
right.
take that, you fucking syrup eaters. Take that.
And on that note, thank you for joining us at this
okay.
no pop.
No Canadians.
Fuck you, moose
Yeah,
fuckers.
that's right. Bunch of fucking flannel wearing fucks. Yeah.
America.
That's right. That's right. Come south. Get this.
Oh, please don't be
Get
mad.
this.
We haven't had anything to cheer for in so long.
Better luck in 4 years, fuckers. That's right.
We finally won.
Russia and Canada can suck it.
Fucking Soviets.